Welcome back to Easy Time Solutions video training series over easy clocking time and attendance. This session will discuss creating a schedule and creating absences for an individual employee. When you first log into the Easy Clocking system, it will bring you up on the dashboard and to time cards. From here, you'll be able to select your employees and see their schedules as they're sitting up to this point in time. In order to create a schedule, we want to go to the submenu and go to Schedules. Once we get to the Schedule menu, we again want to make sure that we select our specific employee. Depending on the size of your company, you may also have it broken down into departments. If you are responsible for a single department, you may only have access to that department. If you are responsible for several departments, you may have those listed as well. These will allow you to filter your employee list down to a manageable list and ones that are related by some factor. In this case, we're going to work with Eric here. In the schedule, we see a general calendar. We have a couple functions here. We can scroll between months on the left and right. We can switch between schedules and absences. This becomes very important when creating and deleting schedules and absences, and very important to make sure that you have the correct ones selected depending on what task you are trying to accomplish. We have a listing of the current pay period, as well as an ability to change between a month view, a week view, and a day view. These become very helpful when you are trying to view a schedule for an entire department or for a select group of people, as you do have the ability to select by this checkbox an entire list of people, or by holding Control and clicking on individual employees if you are on a PC. Let's go ahead and create a schedule for Eric. First, we need to select our employee, and then we need to go up and create Select or Schedule Options. We want to go down to Create Schedules. From here, we're going to have several menus to select information from. First, we confirm that we do have our employee, Eric, and then we go down to the location. This refers to where the employee is working. We'll select City Hall in this case, and go to the next menu. Here we have the ability to create recurring patterns. For someone who works a traditional shift over and over again, this becomes very easy, as in about 2 minutes, you could create up to a year-long schedule. I'm going to create a weekly schedule from Monday through Friday. We are going to begin this schedule on the 7th, and we're going to end this schedule on the 20th. Next, we need to select the shift. At this point, we then can go ahead and move on to the next menu. If we do want this to recur, we can spread this pattern out all the way down to 364 days. Or, if we would like this to recur every other week, we can also set the amount of recurrence that this may take place. In this case, we're only going to create it for the 7th through the 20th. Next, we have the ability to modify the pay class of this shift. We'll discuss pay classes in more depth in another video. However, please understand that this may become important if rules do pertain to changing for the employee schedule. If this is not going to be adjusted, we're going to go ahead and click Next. Again, we also have the ability to add in specific projects or jobs, where this may be important if we are working with grant money or other factors that may adjust the rate of pay for our users. Since this is going to be Eric's default job, we're going to go ahead and click Create. We have a confirmation that the schedule has been created, and now we see that Eric is going to be scheduled from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at City Hall. In order to create an absence, we have a very similar fashion. Please keep in mind that you need to toggle between schedules and absence in order to create an absence. Again, we can go up to Schedule Options, and we can create an absence. However, since absences do seem to happen more periodically, and we do want to select a specific day or range of dates, we can go directly to the day on the calendar and select an absence. Let's say that Eric is going to be absent on Tuesday the 9th. If I click on the day, you'll note that the menu says absence. It gives us the selected employee, and we can go down and select the type of absence we are going to have. In this case, we're going to say Eric is taking vacation day. We then enter in the number of hours per day that Eric is going to take. It gives us a confirmation of how many hours are available and the date that we are going to take the vacation day. In this case, we do need to add a note into the absence request. Because of this, and because of the rules of your employers, you may not necessarily need to give a specific note for vacation. However, this system does require a note in these settings. So I'm going to go ahead and just type family vacation. And we're going to go ahead and click create. In some cases, you may want to remove the schedule from that day, but the vacation hours will override the hours that are worked and will account for those when you are looking at finishing the schedules for payroll. Let's say, though, Eric wants to extend that vacation from the 9th all the way to the end of the week. Click on the next day and stretch that out over the next 3 days. You'll see that the dates now become highlighted. Release, and now I have the ability to go ahead and create a multi-day absence for Eric, as well as having the single day. We will again go ahead to vacation, and here we will select the number of hours per day. It is not the total number of hours that are going to be taken, it is just the number of hours per day. We have our date range, confirm those. We have the days that is selected, and again, we will go ahead and create our absence. Now we see that Eric has a vacation through the rest of this week. Deleting schedules and vacation and absence times are just as simple. Click on the vacation, gives me the absence, I see the information I'm looking for, and I click delete. It gives me a confirmation, and I can delete that vacation day. It is the same with a schedule. Toggle back to schedule. I don't want Eric scheduled anymore, and I can delete the schedule for the day, even if this was created in bulk. There are multiple ways to do a variety of things within the system. These are 2 different ways to create schedules and absences. Both will work for schedules and for absences. As you'll see, if I need to create a schedule, I can have schedule selected at the top toggle switch, click on the 22nd through the 26th, release, and it is going to allow me to create a schedule for that week.